Sorry, I just got home. I know. I'm sorry. I'm still setting up. I don't even have a title. I've been awake since 4? No, I'm not 4. There. I think that's good. Is the music too loud? Should I lower it? Or is it okay? Alright, cool. Yeah, I just got home. I've been up since 2. It's 7 p.m. now. I just got back. Prior to even going out, I was on the phone all day since I woke up. Just chasing all the medical stuff, and I still did not even get everything done. I still did not get a hold of Medtronic. I still did not get a note of my mask or the Dexcom. Yeah. Granted, it's not every day, but when I do have to deal with it, it kind of is like a full-time job in and of itself. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you. Hey, girls, thank you. Yeah, if it's not like actively doing this stuff to go out, it's like more of the passive things to maintain what I do here at home for myself and for the Duke, so it can be a lot. But I haven't eaten anything yet today, and I've been up for 5 hours, so I'm pretty hungry. I have my Taco Bell here, and I still have to, let me just go through my meds real fast. As I typed in the Discord earlier, they did prescribe me, lo and behold, ibuprofen. Surprise, surprise. That's what they always do. Ibuprofen. It's always ibuprofen. 200, 400, or 600. Usually for me, it's like they give me 600s. If you go to the store, it's 200 milligrams over the counter usually, unless you buy like extra strength. And you know, unless you need something more specialized or stronger, but it's usually ibuprofen. And I just, you know, definitely have to take it with food because it can wreck it. It can be hard and stomach can cause bleeding and all that. So, see my bag of huevos soon. Thank you. Thank you. Pharmacist really did me a solid. She's so nice. I think I'll pop an ibuprofen now, because it's 7. So I can take another one at 1 a.m. How's your guys' day? Tell me everything about your day, no matter how mundane. What time you woke up, what you ate for breakfast, how was work, how's the wife, how's the kid? Did you fap today? Did you have dreams about Boku no Pico? She took, I'm sorry, kinda. I mean, I don't blame her. It was you she was dealing with, right? I don't blame her. No fapping yet. That's later, huh? I had blood sugar crushing waffles. Oh, you had some blood sugar crushing waffles for breakfast. Nice. Crush that blood sugar. I was like, dome waffles? What's that? The latest trend? Good morning. Spicy. But not a great morning, cause no fat. And still have time to change that. Come here! Wiggle. Or just... Whoa, my model's dancing around. I'm trying to put medicine in my mini fridge. There! I did it! I hadn't taken my medicine today. Like my morning dose, because I was like, well, I'm gonna go to the pharmacy and pick up the one that I'm out of. Let's see. I woke up at 2, it's already 7, so that's 5 hours. Should I take my morning dose of meds? Fuck it, I'm just gonna take it. "5 hours, better late than never. I skipped yesterday's morning, so I'm gonna take it." I'm a nurse that needs a nurse. Someone come take care of me, please. I know, I'm trying to fix it. Hi. Alright, hot take. I think the Gigantamax Pokemon are fucking freaky as hell. They scare me. I don't know how they don't scare little children who play the game, but they're fucking terrifying. Like, they're cool, I like them, but they're scary as fuck. I call you Giga. I can't call you Gigant. Or Max God. Or Triple X. Well, there's so many possibilities in your name. There's also Ant. There's Gig. I'll call you Ant Max. What type of you? Getting depressed? What? What's that mean? what type of you getting depressed? Okay. What oh, fuck. Dude, I'm like existential crisis, anxiety ridden, fucking wanna get abducted by aliens, kind of depressed. Oh, fuck yeah, welcome. What the fuck? Wow, wow. Wait a minute, guys. We got a special treat here in the chat today. Everyone give a warm welcome to um at Max. No, he's not one of us. He or she or they or it. I don't know your pronouns, but God is in the chat. God has entered the chat and he has blessed us with thy feet. Damn, and even you even followed. Thank you for that. Holy shit. That's more than I could ask for. Guys, what's today? I keep thinking it's Friday. It's Thursday, right? I gotta pull out my pill case for Thursday. And check this bad boy in here with the other pills. And then I gotta get my other I'm dude, I'm streaming right now. I don't want to sell all my month 30 trays worth. So I'm just gonna put the bottle that I got here on the tray of pills, and I'll do it later. You know what I mean, right? You guys know my monthly routine of filling up the trays, and it takes like a couple hours. Chris, by any chance, you're Filipino? Nabuhay. Kamusta? Can I get a shout out to my Filipinos? Hey! And then the kid kept asking you, can I get a shout out to my Filipinos? Crystal is a British Filipino. Yeah, he is a Filipino boy at heart. Fucking Cillian. That hoe. The Kabayan Co. I don't know what that is.
何それ
I know Kapamilya is like family or something, right? Kapamilya. I know a lot about the Philippines, and I know a lot about Filipino people and I know about the food. I eat a lot of the food, and I even introduced it to my friend, and she learned how to even cook the foods. Like her favorite is sinigang. Mine too, kind of. Yeah, yeah, sinigang slaps. But I eat a lot of Filipino food because I really like Asian food in general. So I'll cook like pad thai, and I like ramen and udon. I love pho so much, and the fresh spring rolls, I make those. Um, so yeah, I make sinigang, I make adobo, menudo. If you guys haven't tried Filipino cuisine, you need to. And it's one of those really obscure cuisines because every family has their own modification of a recipe. Like no two adobos are ever the same, depending on which house you go to or which restaurant. They always have. There's no like standardization. It's kind of like how like white people take pride in like their burgers. They're like, I added a slice of bacon to this and it's my own creation, or I use Gouda cheese in my Gouda burger. You know what I mean? Oh hell yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. That's cool. Damn, you make me want rice now. I'm fucking sitting here with Taco Bell in front of my face. And now you're making me want to eat, like, lumpia and rice. And pinakbet. Maybe later. When I can cook again. My doctor said I can't. Yeah, so you guys in the Discord, I guess the doctor said, like, my stuff was worse than I was thinking it was, like, yes. So I have to call and make an appointment for x-ray tomorrow. And it's not guaranteed if they even have availability. But she was, like, poking and prodding me. You know, I took my shirt and my bra off, and I probably didn't have to take my bra off, but I did voluntarily. Like, she didn't even tell me to, and I didn't even ask. I just took it off. And so I was like sitting there in the chair, and she was just like, you know, touching my ribs and my stomach. And then my nipples got a little bit hard because it was kind of cold in the room. And her hands were cold too. So it like made them even harder. And I don't know if she noticed that or not. I hope she did. Yeah. And then she fucking like touched me like under the ribs and said that it could be my spleen. And I'm like a nurse, so I should know what that is, right? But I'm like in my head, I'm like, what's a spleen and what does it do? Dude, the doctor was wearing she was wearing Yeezys. Like the Kanye shoes. She had like black and red scrubs. Is like black scrubs with red trim, and she had these like black and red Yeezys. She was sick with it. Yeah, I thought they were too. Isn't a spleen like one of those things that you can just take out like your gallbladder? I don't know. But I told her like the pain was really like forward in the front. But then I identified the area like when I breathed in really hard when she was like listening to my lungs. And I was like right here. It's like the stabbing pain. And then I told her like when I lay down at night especially, like the pressure on my back, it just hurts so much. Mods, can you change the title, please? You can keep the category to just chatting, whatever. We're not doing a game just yet, because I want to eat and talk a little. Let me toss this ibuprofen in here. And I'm gonna take it now with my other morning meds. And I'm gonna really push myself to just fucking stay up all night. Bottoms up. I got Baja Blast Zero. It's my first time trying it. I was really scared because when I tried Mountain Dew Zero, it tasted like shit. And I hated it. The Baja Blast Zero is not as bad. I just didn't want to like load up on sugar, you know what I mean? But I still wanted to have like a soda with my Taco Bell. I just didn't want all the sugar this time. Depends on my mood. No, I didn't. I'm sorry, I forgot. I got you a 5-layer dark beef burrito thing, or I don't know what it is, but I use the app to order because that's how you get. Oh my god, Frangi. That's so true. Like that was like a code red incident. Yeah. We put the music back on. Yeah, my Filipino friend, Giga, someone took my V card yesterday. Valentine's Day, someone stole my Valentine's Day card. I want it back. I still haven't gotten it back. Um, but yeah. You know, you know who I think? Actually, you guys, I did have a Valentine yesterday. I did have a Valentine. You know who my Valentine was? After all, you know who it was? I gotta double check first though. But I'll tell you. Hell no, it wasn't Robbie. He wishes. My Valentine yesterday? No, it wasn't Boss and it wasn't Pico. So, Panda got me the fern figure, right? But, but, it was not the big fern figure, it was the little fern, it was the noodle stopper. So that doesn't qualify. You know who fucking came through and got the $400, I forget, what was it, like $400, $469, spicy. I think it comes with 2 bodies and 2 heads, so it's like double the fern. It's like quadratity fern status. One clothed, one unclothed. Like one just like tits out everywhere and like super fucking naked. And like, okay. I don't have the Go XLR thing, so I can't do the, um, what is that? The reverb. But it was fucking sassy. Sassy fucking came through like a boss and got the fern figure and is I guess my Valentine. Everyone else loses. Sorry guys. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you. The fucking Empire Strikes Back, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I got it. Well, not yet, because it's like pre-order. I don't know when it comes out. But I got it. So I think... so I think, deal with it. Cue the pixel shades and stuff. Yeah, deal with it, bitches. Thank you again. Like I said, here's what I'm gonna say. Everything fucking happened, you know? And we're all human. People fuck up and make mistakes. Shit, I know I've made a crap ton of mistakes. Obviously, right? But things happen. No one's perfect. Just all I can say is you guys do what you want to do, and he'll do what he wants to do. I'll do what I want to do. Well, I'll do. It's a fucking free for all. So if anyone still has beef, handle that shit in private. If you all have beef and you want to go crazy in the chat, you know, then you can Shark Tank it. I really don't mind either way. Because I know how, I know guys are. You guys, what do? You duke it out, right? I mean, we saw that on Free Run. Remember? The old man? He like duked it out with them or something, right? He threw down? So just throw down. And then afterwards, you guys like get over it and shit, you know? I don't know. I had friends that went to Afghanistan and Iraq, and I heard some crazy stories where, you know, they just get pent up and frustrated, and they'll fucking go at it, you know, and it's like, it's a crowd fight, or like, you know, everyone gets in a circle and fucking two people duke it out. And then afterwards, they're like fucking like patting each other on the back and shoulder. And then they're eating pizza in the evening. Like fucking pizza party status. Everyone's getting drunk and happy. That's just how it is. So, yeah. I get that too, Crystal. Wait. Was that a joke? Cause I fucking fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, and that was a good one. If it wasn't a joke, then I think it was a joke. I don't hold grudges. My father did. Always. And it's that. You've become your father. Congratulations. I see. Okay, so it was a joke. Okay. Yeah, it's witty. It's funny. Yeah, I know. Just... yeah, handle it. I'm not gonna intervene. You know? But I do like to give credit where credit's due. You know what I mean? Just like Crystal commissioned the spicy artwork for me yesterday. It's up on Patreon. You have to be a certain tier though. And then, yeah. So, you know, I noticed. Oh, is there a white files? That's what I wanted to do with you guys while I was like, while I'm eating. Dude, it goes so fucking hard. I love how Crystal put in his profile picture as like a little teaser. It's great. Let me see. Let me check if there's a Y file here. But thank you guys yesterday for the warm Valentine's Day wishes and all the gifts. It really helped a lot, and spending time with everyone, it was fun. I keep saying that I think we all handled Valentine's Day pretty well together as a group. So, honestly, congratulations. It's commendable. I think there's a lot of people out there who probably cried like little bitches more than we did. At least we had fun watching Boku no Pico together. Oh shit, there is a new Y-Files, you guys. Oh fuck. You guys, and it's this shit. I want this one. Wait. Okay, let me fix this. Dude. You guys. Have you dreamt of that person? I hate that I hate that it's only 36 minutes, though. This one's like almost a full hour. I'm like, can this one not have any ads then? But it does have ads, I think. You dreamt of that person? Who is that, your dad? Your grandpa? Let's watch it, though. Are you guys ready? Do you need, like, snacks or something? Or to pee? Okay. Well, I'm gonna play it then. So if you're not ready, you can, like, say no. But I'm gonna play it anyways.
Dreams help us process emotion. This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Warframe's latest update, Whispers in the Walls.
Whoa,
For thousands of years, we've pondered the meaning of dreams. Dreams offer insight into our subconscious. Dreams help us process emotions and organize our memories. Most of us live our waking lives giving a sort of performance. Whether through dishonesty, embarrassment, or simply by being polite, there are thoughts we do not share. But while you sleep, your inhibitions disappear, and you're left with the raw, unforgiving truth, the real you. But dreams can be more than that. Some claim dreams are the realm between ours and the spirit world. Some dreams can predict the future. Studies have shown that dreams can be shared between people. Lucid dreaming is when you, not your dreaming self, your conscious self, controls the dream. You are literally a god. The universe is your playground. It's exhilarating and powerful, but there is a dark side. What if, while lucid dreaming, you weren't in control of the dream, but someone else was? Well, that's no longer a dream, it's a nightmare. And it's no longer a playground, it's a prison. And every night the lights go out, you close your eyes, and he is waiting for you.
Fuck no. That sounds like hentai.
I don't know, Seymour. That looks like it might be infected.
Human,
Where are you? You haven't
Ew,
shown up to work
Seymour.
in days.
they're in the walls.
Why are you whispering? What's in the walls?
The whispers.
Well, if the whispers are in the walls, why are you whispering?
I have have to speak very softly, using only my breath without my vocal cords.
Are you defining the word whisper to me? You know, I don't have time for this. I have to patch a beaver-sized hole in the garage.
Beaver? Oh, those giant rodents are gonna get it. You semi-aquatic rats are giving me a neurological disorder.
Yeah, I think that was pre-existing.
What?
Nothing. Since you're home, maybe you could patch the hole?
Well, I can't. I'm a little busy.
Busy with what? You haven't left the house in over a week.
Well, I've been hooked on this super addicting co-op lunar shooter called Warframe.
Wait, is that today's sponsor?
It's co-op.
Let me tell you all about
Let's
it. In Warframe, you
we
play
can
as
play it?
sword-wielding, gun-shooting, wall-running space ninjas battling
Is
evil
this
in a
new?
massive universe. It has dozens of Warframes, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. Hundreds of unique weapons to collect and master, like blades, bows, launchers, laser blasters, and more. And endless amounts of cosmetics and customization. It just launched Whispers in the Walls, a brand new chapter
Why
in
aren't
its
we
epic
playing
sci-fi
this,
story
guys?
that has more than 10 years of content and quests. And it's free!
I like sci-fi.
Free?
And I love free.
Of course you do.
Free?
Whispers in the Walls sets the stage for Warframe's next narrative arc and explores the deep secrets surrounding the enigmatic entity known as the Man in the Wall. Or in my case, the Beaver in the Wall.
Yeah, they really have to get out of there.
Whispers in the Walls introduces more content that Warframe players love, including a new enemy called the Murmur. There's also a cool new weapon,
The
a spellbook that
Murmur.
lets you cast bolts of void-powered energy at enemies. It's called the Grimoire.
Grimoire.
What'd I say?
Never mind. What is
Wait,
it?
I'm not finished. If that doesn't make you want to play, there's the 55th
The
Warframe
Germa.
Corvex. Yeah, this Guardian is a hulking mass of concrete arranged around a radioactive crucible core. Corvex has deadly radiation as weapons.
No,
Definitely someone
Frankie,
you'd want
it's
on
all
your side.
free.
Okay, now I'm finished.
Where can I play?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. You can play on PC, Xbox Series X, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and more.
No way.
And you can join
No
more than
way.
75 million players.
Can't
My fish
you?
self being one of them. But if you've never played Warframe, you can register for free using the sign-up link below.
Well, maybe we can play together after you patch that beaver hole.
I think you're cutting out. Patch what?
Beaver
I want to
hole.
play with
Yeah, I'm
Hucklefish.
still not hearing you.
I want to play
the what now?
Fortnite with
Beaver hole.
Hucklefish.
Beaver hole.
That'd be
I just
hilarious.
wanted you to say beaver hole a few times.
Well, that's just mean.
So long, sucker!
Hello. I'm so glad to see you again.
Oh my god.
You remember me, don't you?
No?
In 2006, Jeannie, a woman living in New York, was at her weekly session with her psychiatrist, Dr. Brian Stone. Jeannie wanted to discuss a recurring dream she was having. Psychiatrists can often help a patient cope with stress by helping them unravel the meaning of a dream, and Jeannie found sharing her dreams comforting. She said each of her dreams were different, but they all had something in common. No matter what was actually happening in her dream, she was visited by a man she didn't know. She called him this man. Now, most of the time, the man would just stand there saying nothing. But once in a while, he would offer words of encouragement. He knew things about her that nobody knew. He'd tell her everything was
did
going to be all right,
ASMR in
not to worry, and
2006.
that he was her friend. Now, recurring dreams are not unusual, but Jeannie found this one very unsettling. Dr. Stone asked her to sketch the man. Often confronting a dream, especially a nightmare, is a way to bring it out of the subconscious and deal with it rationally. Usually the issue is resolved and the nightmares stop. Jeannie drew a man with a round face, short black hair, and a receding hairline. He had prominent eyebrows, a small nose, and very thin lips. Jeannie's session ended, and Dr. Stone set the portrait on his cluttered desk where it lay forgotten for a few days. About a week later, a different patient had finished his session with Dr. Stone. As the man was leaving the office, he caught a glimpse of the drawing on the doctor's desk. He asked where he'd gotten the picture. Of course, Dr. Stone couldn't say, but he did ask why he wanted to know. The patient said, "Well, every night for the past few months, I've been dreaming of this man. He says he's my friend and that I should come with him." Well, Dr. Stone told him not to worry about it and they would discuss it next week.
Oh, no service unless the meat is running,
Don't
huh?
go.
I guess not.
Frickin' shrinks.
The patient left, but Dr. Stone was intrigued. So he scanned the image and emailed it to about a dozen psychiatrists and psychologists that he knew. No more than 90 seconds later, his phone rang. What are dreams and why do we have them? Well, short answer, nobody really knows for sure. There are theories that dreams serve many purposes. One is memory consolidation. Our brains are constantly absorbing stimuli. Dreaming is our brain sorting through all the data, throwing out what we don't need and filing away the good stuff. Dreams also help us prepare for real-life conflict. Now, as far as we know, all mammals dream, and all mammals have an amygdala. This is the part of the brain that processes emotion, especially fear. While sleeping, an animal's brain goes through various dangerous scenarios and prepares them to deal with these situations in real life. You've seen dogs twitch while they're sleeping. They're probably dreaming about chasing something or being chased. You've seen cats dream too.
Oh, they're dreaming about how to escape the burlap sack they're in, along with a couple of bricks that's slowly sinking underwater.
No.
Oh, right, that's my dream about cats.
Your brain is dark.
Oh, you have no idea. You wouldn't last 5 minutes in here, pal.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in there.
Good, because you're not invited.
Good.
Fine.
Do you always have to have the last word?
No.
Cats, dogs, horses, sheep, people. It's a dream all animals share. Chasing something, or more often, being chased. Even birds, fish, reptiles. Every animal has an amygdala or something analogous to it. There's research that shows that dreams can be used for problem solving. Have you ever been stuck in a problem, gone to sleep, and woken up with the answer? I have. Now, nobody knows for sure how this works, but while we sleep, we know the primal parts of our brain are most active. The least active are parts of the brain like the prefrontal cortex, which is associated with logic and our sense of self. With our ego suppressed and logic suppressed, our brains are free to explore solutions to problems we might not have thought of while awake. All animals do this to some extent. There are even songbirds that practice their songs while they sleep, like they're working out the kinks before an actual performance.
Like a sound check.
Exactly like that. Sleep happens in stages. Stage 1 is light sleep, really just being drowsy. Even daydreaming is considered stage 1 sleep because even though you're technically awake, you're producing theta waves. Now during stage 2, you become less aware of your surroundings. Brain waves slow down, your heart rate slows, your body temperature drops.
You're not even a beta. You're a theta.
Stage 3 and 4, your brain produces delta waves. During these stages, your body and brain do self-maintenance. And if you wake someone up during stage 3 or 4, they're going to be very drowsy or very cranky. Finally, there's the REM stage. Random eye movement. This happens for the first time about 90 minutes after falling asleep. But you'll go through these phases multiple times a night. And you can dream during any one of them. But each time you go into REM sleep, your dreams become more vivid and more intense. You may not realize it, but most dreams are negative. They're full of anxiety. Our brains try and make us forget these dreams as quickly as possible, and that's a good thing. But this is the land of nightmares, and this is where people kept seeing this man.
No, don't be afraid. I'm your friend, remember? Your friend. Now, I need you to listen
Very closely.
You have to follow me.
Dr. Stone's phone was ringing nonstop. His inbox was flooded. He was being contacted by psychiatrists, psychologists, neurologists, even priests. Dozens of people had reported seeing this man in their dreams. He looks exactly the same, and the story is always the same. He shows up every night, he rarely speaks, he wants something, and he wants you to go somewhere. Now, this had been going on for a couple of months, and although nobody was being threatened, people were terrified. Most found his features unnerving. His thin, emotionless smile, his empty stare.
His unibrow.
Unibrow bothers you, huh?
Are you kidding? That thing is 2 weeks away from becoming a butterfly.
Ugh.
What? Entomology jokes bug ya?
By the end of the week, Dr. Stone had documented 80 cases of people seeing this man in their dreams. It was too much of a coincidence. As Dr. Stone pondered, he received an email from a colleague in Berlin. The email contained a link to a website, thisman.org. On the site were reports of this man from all over the world. LA, Tehran, Sao Paulo, Rome, Beijing, Barcelona, Stockholm, Paris, New Delhi, Moscow, really everywhere. People were putting up signs asking, "Have you dreamed this man?" And the answer around the world was yes. It seemed as if in every country and every culture around the world, this man was appearing in people's dreams. This man had been seen at least 2,000 times. Nobody knew who he was, but the theories covered everything. People of faith thought he was a religious figure, though whether he was good or evil, they didn't know. A more pragmatic theory said that because there were posters of him everywhere and his image was disturbing, people couldn't help but dream of him. Then there was the darkest theory, the one nobody wanted to talk about.
I want to talk about it.
Well, remember Project Stargate, where the CIA was using psychics for remote viewing locations around the world?
I'll leave a link below.
Thanks. The CIA had a sub-project within Stargate, lucid dreaming.
Of course they did.
They wanted to see if they could communicate with someone who was dreaming and potentially implant thoughts or images into the sleeping person's mind.
This is the plot to the movie Inception, you know.
I know, but Inception came out in 2010. The CIA project started 20 years earlier in 1991. So now there are a few frightening questions. Did the CIA get this to work? Who is this man? And most importantly, what does he want? While these questions were being asked, the number of people reported seeing this man in their dreams was up to 8,000. So either this was a dream experiment gone completely out of control, or it was working perfectly. The ancient Greeks and Romans believed that some people had the ability to dream of the future, and there could be evidence of that. On April 11th, 1865, Abraham Lincoln entered the East Room of the White House. There was a coffin in the middle of the room. The president asked one of the guards what happened. The guard said an assassin killed the president. Now that wasn't Lincoln's first dream about his death, but it was his last. He was killed 4 days later. Mark Twain had a dream about his brother in a metal coffin. Those were rare at the time.
Brothers?
Metal coffins. A few weeks later, his brother died and was buried in a metal coffin. 20 passengers canceled their tickets for the Titanic after having dreams about the ship sinking, freezing water, and drowning. And whenever there's a disaster, you hear stories of coincidences, like I was supposed to be on that boat, that plane, or that train that crashed. How many stories have you heard from New Yorkers who were supposed to be in or near the World Trade Center on 9/11, but something kept them away? My brother Gino and I had a meeting scheduled 1 block away from Ground Zero that morning, but for some reason they canceled the meeting last minute. Now, considering the time of day, those buildings should have been much more crowded, but they weren't. Lots of people stayed home or were running late that day. Now, it's hard not to believe in the paranormal when you hear stories like this. JoJo Billingsley was a backup singer for Leonard Skinner.
But if I stay here with you, human, things just couldn't be the same. 'Cause I'm as free as a fish now. And this fish you cannot change. Okay. Sorry, Lord knows I can't change.
Anyway, she dreamed the band was in a plane crash. They were due to fly the next day. She refused to get on the plane and begged the rest of the band to do the same. They ignored her. Later that day, the plane ran out of gas and crashed near Galesburg, Mississippi. Out of the 26 people aboard, 6 were killed, and the other 20 almost were. The story's even creepier because the crash happened 3 days after they released the album Street Survivors. The album cover was later changed, but it was originally the band members surrounded by flames. Now, stories of dream precognition are anecdotal and should be viewed skeptically, but still, the stories can't be ignored. On October 19th, 1966, in Aberfan, a small mining village in South Wales, 10-year-old Errol Mae Jones told her mother about her dream. She said, "I dreamt I went to school and there was no school there. Something black had come down all over it." 2 days later, the top of the mine collapsed and caused a landslide. 140,000 cubic yards of water, coal, and mud poured into the village and covered the school. 116 children and 28 adults were killed, including 10-year-old Errol Mae Jones. Psychiatrist John Barker heard about the young girl's prediction. Barker visited the site and learned that a number of people had dreams about the landslide before it happened. This led him to form the British Premonitions Bureau. He would document this and other events where dreams preceded them. Barker found 2 people who could predict events with remarkable accuracy. The first was Alan Hencher. Alan was from Aberfan and dreamed of the coal mine disaster. Alan called Barker in a frenzy one evening. He said he saw a plane crash over mountains. There were 124 people killed. 9 days later, a Britannia passenger aircraft carrying 130 people was flying in bad weather. It tried to land in Cyprus. Visibility was poor. It crashed into a high hill, broke into pieces, and caught fire. 7 people survived the crash, leaving...
Yeah, 123, huh? So, he was off by 1. Not bad.
Well, not exactly. Another passenger died soon after the crash.
Okay, this is getting scary.
Did I stop?
Nope.
Then Barker met Kathleen Middleton. In her first dream, she saw a petrified astronaut. That same day, a Russian astronaut... Cosmonaut, sorry.
Spasibo.
That same day, cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov was killed when the Soyuz 1 capsule crash landed. On March 11th, 1968, Kathleen tried to reach Robert Kennedy to warn him that his life was in danger. The senator's staff didn't respond. On June 4th, Kathleen called Barker 3 times in a panic. She needed someone to warn the senator. Shortly after midnight on June 5th, 1968, RFK was assassinated by Sirhan Sirhan. Barker didn't pass along the warning. John Barker wasn't sure if ESP or psychic powers or premonitions were real. He was open-minded, but in his words, he wasn't sold. But when Alan Hencher and Kathleen Middleton both predicted his death, he admitted to being a little nervous.
Don't tell me.
Well, John Barker died within a year. Brain hemorrhage. He was only 42 years old.
You told me.
No, don't look away. Look at me.
Look at me.
You need to follow me. It's for your own safety.
That's right.
That's right. Come with me. Remember, I'm your friend.
In 2015, the creator of the site thisman.org gave an interview to Vice. Andrea Nutella said he first dreamt of this man in the winter of 2008. The man asked him to create the website to try and discover his identity. Andrea used facial composite software, like a police sketch artist might use. He then sketched the man from his dreams. Round face, thick eyebrows, thin lips, thinning hair. An actual person that looked like this man was never identified. But Andrea received thousands of letters and emails from people who also saw him in their dreams.
Starting when I was 7, I had the exact same dream for 10 years. I'm 17 now, and I have become very familiar with this man, although I do not have very nice dreams about him. I dreamed that he's leaning over me and making a strange noise, almost as if he was growling at me. And on his shirt is a gold round pendant that is molded into the gold, "Go North." Other nights, he would be standing across my bedroom, staring at me. When I saw the pictures on this website, I started crying out of fear. He never spoke to me. He only made weird noises. September 2nd, 2013. Palm Beach, Australia.
The behavior of this man varied from witness to witness. Some people had romantic fantasies about him.
Ugh.
Don't judge.
Sorry, I don't mean to yuck your yum. He just scares me.
Yo, he scared a lot of people. Some people dreamt of this man scaring, chasing, kidnapping, and sometimes killing the dreamer.
I dreamt of this man. He was following me through a park in the dead of night. I started running. He easily kept the same pace as me. He gave a small groan and sped up until he was in front of me. He put his hand out, stopping me from running. He pulled me close to him. but he only spoke a few words. I think about them every night.
On April 9th, 2021, go north. It's the only way to survive.
After saying this, the man ran away. I tried to catch up to him to ask more, but I couldn't keep up. March 7th, 2013, Utah.
Some encounters with this man were vivid and violent.
I dreamt of this man when I was in the 10th grade. A few feet away from me, there was a television set. Then this man showed up on the screen. I begged him not to harm me. He didn't change his blank expression or speak. He slit my throat. And I woke up.
I see, that makes sense. He looks kind of stabby.
Yeah, there's no question, something about his appearance is unsettling. Now, most people reported him giving them cryptic life advice, though it was hard for the witnesses to be specific because this man rarely spoke. Even when he did speak, people had trouble describing his voice. Some said it was high-pitched. Others said he had a deep voice. Many people said he sounded like multiple voices layered on top of each other. Despite the differences in the stories, there were some recurring themes in his messages. He would often tell dreamers to go north, or ask that they follow him somewhere if they want to survive.
I dreamt of this man. A couple of years ago, I had to see a therapist because I was having reoccurring dreams about this middle-aged man who kept attacking me. He never said anything. I woke up soaking wet in sweat every night. I was put on triazolam to help me get through the nights. I also have a dream where someone is always telling me to go north. I got it tattooed on my ankle because I swore it meant something. I'm almost positive this man is the one who comes to see me in my dreams. January 9th, 2011, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
As Andrea did more research, he found evidence of people dreaming of this man going back at least 30 years. And there is a theory that dreams are more than disjointed images, that dreams are glimpses into other realities. Andrea describes this man as a traveler stuck out of time, a place between dimensions. Now maybe there's a reality where we all see this man. Maybe he's someone important, a spiritual figure, a leader, a god. Nobody knows. But now that you've seen a picture of this man, your brain can't help but look for him.
Oh, great.
But witnesses claim he knows who's looking for him. So don't be surprised if tonight you find him, or rather, he finds you. The earliest records of dream interpretation come from ancient Mesopotamia. The famous Assyrian dream book in the library of King Ashurbanipal goes back to the 7th century BC. In ancient Egypt, dreams were considered a direct means of communication with the gods. They wrote manuals of symbols and dream interpretations. Pharaohs even used dream priests to decipher their dreams to help them make political decisions. Sigmund Freud wrote a book called The Interpretation of Dreams, which many consider the foundation of psychoanalysis. Freud introduced the idea that dreams are a window into the unconscious mind. He believed dreams were representations of our innermost desires. Many of Freud's theories were highly focused on sex. For example, if you dreamt about a door, a suitcase, an unopened flower, these were female symbols. If you dreamt of a baseball bat, a stick, a sword, these were phallic symbols.
Yeah, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Right.
But sometimes it's a penis.
Okay.
I'm not saying it. That horny old shrink said it.
Well, he did. And for years, Freud's theories were dismissed as manifestations of his own sexual repression. But there are universal dreams we all have that tend to reflect how we're feeling about what's happening in our daily lives. The most common dream humans have, like all mammals, is being chased. That's our amygdala at work. Being pursued is our most primal fear. Dreaming about falling often means you're feeling out of control. I used to have a recurring dream about floods and giant waves and tsunamis. This dream happens when we're feeling overwhelmed, which I was at the time. Ever dream about your teeth falling out? I have that one too.
Oh, that would be a nightmare. Look at my gorgeous choppers.
It's hard not to look at those things. Well, teeth falling out can represent feeling insecure about your appearance, or the fear of aging and declining health. Being naked in public is also a common dream. This reflects your vulnerability. Some people will have this dream after lying. It's a fear of being exposed. I still have dreams of being unprepared for school or late for an exam, or a dream where I'm lost. These dreams speak to life's uncertainties. You might have these dreams when you're at a crossroads before a major life decision. Though most dreams are negative, not all of them are. Everyone's favorite dream is flying. This represents freedom, liberation, and empowerment. You might have this dream after leaving an abusive relationship or getting a promotion at work. But there's no better dream than a lucid dream. This is where you're actually in control of the dream. Normally, you're just a participant in the dream. You don't really have free will. Whether a dream is good or bad, you just have to let it play out. This is because your prefrontal cortex is disengaged. Remember, this is where your sense of self comes from, your consciousness. When you lucid dream, you switch this part of your brain back on. Suddenly, your dream is whatever you want it to be. Want to travel to ancient Egypt? Just will it and it will happen. Want to visit Mars or an alien planet in another galaxy? Just will it to happen. Want to be a professional baseball player, superhero, or maybe spend a little quality time with your favorite celebrity doing, well, whatever you want. Just will it to happen. If you've had a lucid dream by accident, you know how fun they are. But lucid dreaming is a skill that can be taught. And this is something I've learned, and I'm pretty sure I can teach you to do it too. So if that's something you'd like me to cover or do some video on it somewhere, let me know. It's the most fun you'll ever have, I guarantee it.
Yeah, but what about this man? What does he mean?
Oh, this man. Well, that story takes a turn. When Vice published the article about this man in 2015, they had to publish a follow-up article later that day.
What was the second article?
An apology.
Oh, no.
On January 15th, 2015, Vice published an article about this man.
It's like an art project.
A person seen by thousands of people in their dreams. Vice even interviewed Andrea Nutella, who created the website thisman.org. Later that day, Vice published a second article apologizing. Not only was this man a hoax, it was debunked years earlier.
Oh, the media published a story without fact-checking it first, eh?
Yep.
I thought journalism was about integrity, being a voice for the people and seeking the truth. Yeah, you better grab a bucket. I'm oozing sarcasm all over the place over here.
The truth is, Andrea Nutella, the creator of the This Man myth, was an advertising executive. He specialized in guerrilla marketing.
You use monkeys?
Guerrilla marketing is usually low-cost, local viral marketing.
That makes more sense. Monkeys are expensive.
Do you mind you're distracting me?
Sorry, I was confused by the homonym about the hominin. You don't realize it, but that's the smartest joke I've ever made.
You say so. Anyway, Nutella wanted to see if he could create an urban legend, and he did. He made up the origin story of the New York psychiatrist, then he built the website. On the site were flyers you can download and print, and people were encouraged to post flyers in their neighborhoods, and they did, everywhere. Flyers turned up all over the world in 35 different languages. The website is still up and doesn't mention it's a hoax, though Nutella later admitted he made the whole thing up. He said the picture of this man is a sketch based on his father as a young man. Now, even though the story was debunked, when he was interviewed by Vice, Nutella couldn't help himself. He stuck to the story, and Vice fell for it.
The media's fallen for quite a few hoaxes the past few years, eh?
Yeah, I've noticed. If this man is a hoax, what about the 8,000 people saying they saw him in their dreams? Were they lying? Well, probably not all of them. Suggestion is a powerful thing, and there's something about the image of this man that's haunting and memorable. And now that you've seen this video, there's a chance you'll encounter this man in your dreams. And if that happens, there's only one thing you can do. Go north. Sweet dreams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. My name is AJ. You know Hecklefish.
Jumped in, Daddy.
This has been the Y-Files. If you had fun or learned anything, do him a favor, like, subscribe, comment, share. That stuff really makes his fins get all jiggly. And like most topics we cover on the channel, today's was recommended by you. So if there's a story you'd like to see or learn more about, go to theyfiles.com/tips. And remember, the Y-Files is also a podcast. Twice a week, I post deep dives into the stories we cover here on the channel. I also post episodes that wouldn't be allowed on the channel. It's called the Y-Files Operation Podcast, and it's available everywhere you get your podcasts. Now, if you need more Y-Files in your life, and look, not everybody does. Some people have too much. But if you do, check out our Discord. There are thousands of people on there 24/7, and they're into the same weird stuff we are. It's a great community, it's lots of fun, and it's free to join. Now, if you want to find out what's going on with the channel at any given time, check out thewhyfiles.com/cal. That's our production calendar. You can see what episodes are coming up, what podcasts, what live streams are scheduled. Anything special that's happening will be posted on that calendar.
I don't know if it helps, but like when I watch this in the Discord with you guys, or like here on stream, I like to watch the ads, his sponsors and stuff, because he still puts effort into it, I feel. And I don't know if it helps his channel or like the algorithm for watching it instead of just skipping through it. So on the off chance that it helps, I like to watch it. And also his plugs, his merch, and his Discord, because if any of you guys ever want to join, you know, his community, or support his Patreon, or buy a piece of merch, you know, I'm all for it. I definitely, you know, I like to skip ads on like random YouTube videos I watch, but it's like, he's like one of the few that I'll sit and watch and actually plug, you know? I still want a Hecklefish plush. Or like, I don't know, a hoodie or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting to wear it and then encounter someone out in the wild who's also a fan, who recognizes what you're wearing, you know? That'd be kind of cool. Something more incognito. It can't just be like plastered like Y-Files. Have you guys ever seen, like anime shirts? Anime shirts. For a second there, I thought I typoed anime shits. You wear VTuber shirts to work? Nice. That's cool. It's very cool. Did anyone ever recognize you for it? Like, that, you know, did anyone ever come out and say that they were a fan or they watched them too? You know, if you want to wear an anime shirt in public but you feel too self-conscious, honestly, just throw on even just like a cool Naruto, or Dragon Ball shirt especially. I don't think anyone ever gives flack to anyone who wears like a DBZ shirt, to be honest, whether they're young or old, because there's so many fans out there and you will likely get compliments for it. But it has to be, in my opinion, it has to be a good shirt. Like, it's fun, it's colorful, even just like something kind of like this. I always appreciate shirts that don't label who they are. Like here, it's like One Piece. I mean, I get it. But I always like the more, you know, it's just like, oh, the logo, cool. But I always appreciate the more subtle things. Or like it's in the design. See, it doesn't just scream One Piece, but it does to fans who recognize it. If it's just like a boring, I don't know, I'm not a fan of shirts like this where it's just cut out like that. It's just, and of course you never want to wear this unless you're like 12. Just a girl who loves anime. And no, don't wear this. People who don't like anime are not real and should not be trusted. It's a fucking cringe. Oh my god. Oh, really specific? I remember one time in junior high, um, there was this girl who was like wearing a shirt that had like a music player, MP3 player thing, or, just like here, right? Like that was the design, but the buttons for like here. And so, like, after school, we're like waiting to be picked up. Um, and it was like me, her, and two other boys. And I just kept staring at her shirt. And I was like, that's a cool shirt. Can I press play on it? Can I press fast forward? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, poke. And then I just kept poking. And then the others asked if they could, and she was like, no. See, you can be cool like these guys if you wear shirts like this. See? It's gonna eat Shinji. Who else here wears anime shirts? Or has one? Besides Spicy. I forgot to read your reply, actually. No, but there are a few VTuber watchers who work there that I know. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you gotta raise the little white flag for other people who enjoy it to notice it, not the normies. So I usually like logos, like the Nerve logo. It's it's a lot more subtle that any Avo fan would recognize easily, but the normies don't know what Nerve is. Oh, they're not comfy. God damn it, Frankie, I almost spit out my Baja Blast. Boy, the when you wear this? Oh, you know those? Yeah, Crystalwood. your Hololive shirt. Would you wear this? Would you wear this in public? Be honest. Giga Chad. Hell yeah. So, sharp. Where is, hold on. I want to show you the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Hololive shirt. Who's on here? Cora? Who's this one? Is this a Fubuki, I think? Gura? I don't know if this one is. Oh my gosh, there it is. I have this shirt and I'm wearing it right now. Yeah. Gaba Gooba. I saw it in passing at a convention. It was quite expensive, but I liked it. I bought it specifically um to just like throw on at the con when we went cosplaying, like to wear casually. Cause I forgot to like pack any, like a normal weeby shirt. So it's kind of like loose and baggy on me, but it's okay. But yeah, it's this one. Is this? I don't know. Fubuki. I don't know who that is. Luna, yeah. You like it? I like this picture a lot. It's a nice one. I actually want to save this one. I like this one a lot. Find this picture. It's on Danbury. Find it and post it in the Discord in pictures so I can save it, because I don't want to save it here on stream. But I want that picture. Let's see. What make a mobile? Yeah, right? It's nice. I don't know, for me personally, if I'd make it a background, there's quite a lot going on, but I would definitely use it as a lock screen. It's a really nice lock screen. Mutts to look at. I like it. I want it. I like it. I see it, I want it, I got it. Do I have this? No, I don't have this one. There's the one that I have. Oh, I have this one. Why is that one painted all weird? There. I have this one. This is like one of the first figures. Um, it's not a 1-to-1 scale figure. What? How could that be a 1-to-1 scale? What? I like this one too, though. This one, the water effects, the water's really nice. Wow. But I have this one. I hate this painting. I don't have that painted version. I don't know why they paint it like this. That looks like bootleg. Like this. But mine's still in the box. So it's a garage kit, actually. It's not a full, like, PVC figure. Like a one-piece thing. It's a garage kit, like a Gundam. But mine was, like, professionally painted. So, yeah. But this was before they started actually churning out official figures. Yeah. Paper. It's cool. What did you guys think? The nightmares I have commonly, well, not commonly, um, but my nightmares, if like recurring ones throughout my life, had always been, my teeth falling out. So that explains a lot. And then the other one is tornadoes. Not floods, never floods or anything like that, but definitely tornadoes. And I think what that symbolizes, like in my own opinion, is that probably because it's lately too, it used to be a they used to be about just like one big tornado, right? And it was really scary and close up and everything. Sometimes it would like even like get to me, I'd be caught in the tornado. And my interpretation of that is like maybe earlier in life, like with my upbringing and stuff, the abuse, maybe I was like in the thick of it. And it was just like one really big problem for me. And then, but now my tornado dreams are like whether I'm in a tall, like high rise apartment building and I can overlook the city and landscape, or if I'm just like on the ground, on foot, or like in the car driving, I'll look around and I'll see like one tornado, two, three, and I'll eventually count them. There'll be like 7, 8, 9, 10 smaller tornadoes, but still pretty, still sizable enough to be like a threat and to be to be worrisome. And so instead of just like one big, but two big tornadoes, it's like 7 or 10 of them, and they're all spread out around me. All these different directions. None of them are close. They're off in the distance, but they kind of make their way. They snake around and kind of make their way closer to me. And there's usually other people in the dream too. And so I'm pointing it out to them and they're pointing it out to me. And usually I'm like on foot getting to shelter or like some kind of cover to hide or escape. Or I'm in a car just like dodging them and like driving away, getting away from them and maneuvering around them. Because as soon as I get away from one, here comes another one forming a funnel cloud. I know how to English. A funnel cloud touching the ground. And so my interpretation of that is, my problems are or maybe feel smaller to me than they have been earlier in life in a way, or that I can handle it more, and at least I'm kind of trying to navigate around them and dodge them. But then also with that, there seems to be more. Whether it's my own personal stuff or if there's just a lot in the world in general, it just like piles more and more. And I'm sure it goes into the whole climate rhetoric too, because it's something I do worry for, and I'm sure that's contributed to those types of dreams. Like it's almost like a nowhere is safe kind of feeling in those dreams, and I hate it. What was the other one? The falling? The falling down? Or I don't know, there was something about anxiety. Because I know the teeth one falling out was like you're worried about your health, but then there's another one about like anxiety of the future or something like that. Eh. Okay, naked is like you feel vulnerable. Um, it's the school one. The school one I get every now and then too, where it's like, and it's never like college stuff. It's always like back to high school days usually. And it's so dumb because it's like, for some reason, I didn't like graduate or finish it, and I have to go back and do another year, like repeat my senior year. Um, or I'm late to class, or I'm lost and I don't know where my classes are, or I don't even know what or when my classes are, so I have to go to the office and like ask for a new printout of my schedule. And I'm just like frantically looking around. It's like the first day of school, and I'm looking for where I need to go and need to be, and I just have no idea. Those are the kind of school dreams that I get. You didn't study for a test and now you have to sit and take it. Or it's time to do a presentation and you didn't even work on it at all. Well, I hate those. And then you gotta go to the front of the class with nothing to present. Noted. And my tornado dreams, even though they're scary, they're also interesting. They're thrilling in that kind of disaster movie kind of way. It's like the zombie dreams can be scary, but they can also kind of be fun too, because it's like it's thrilling. Being chased by Nemesis is fucking terrifying, but it's also like cool. Anyone here ever lucid dream? I have a couple of times. I get sleep paralysis every few times a year. And I never see anyone in the room. I never experience like seeing shadow people or aliens or anything. But it's a feeling because I deliberately keep my eyes closed. So I'll be awake or like aware that I'm having sleep paralysis, and I'll know that it's sleep paralysis and I'll be terrified, but I'll keep my eyes shut usually. And it helps that I sleep on my side or my stomach, so my face is kind of already buried in the pillow in a way. But I don't want to open my eyes until I know it's over. Yeah. Oh, the chainsaw the child. Okay. Yeah, when I was surprised when Adri said in the video that he does it and he's learned how and that he could even like teach us. I was like, no, don't do that. I always come across the threads on Reddit where people talk about lucid dreaming, whether I'm looking for them or not. And there's always people who want to do it and ask how. And there's always people in those threads who are always like, I can teach you how, DM me, or this is how you do it. I know how to trigger sleep paralysis for myself. And so I sleep a certain way so that I, reduce the risk of getting it. But, just sometimes when I'm really stressed out, I, I can't help it happening, which sucks. But you can induce lucid dreaming, but you have to go through like sleep paralysis. There's like a certain threshold. You have to get through it. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's not worth the price. That's why I couldn't believe how Adri was like, he made it sound like it was fun. He was like, oh, it's like the funnest thing you can do is a lucid dream. For the small price of fucking gut-wrenching sleep paralysis, traumatizing PTSD. When I'm asleep, or awake, or falling asleep, I don't know. When I'm in that weird state of in between, there's a certain trigger where it's like I'll start to feel vibrations throughout my body, just like a pulsating vibration, like and a low hum. And then the hum becomes more intense. And the vibrations get stronger. And the sound gets louder and closer. And it goes from like a dull hum to like metal scraping. Yeah, scraping metal. And it just gets louder and louder and closer. It grows more cacophonous. And the vibrations literally like turn, and it feels like, how do I say it? It's like your body is like wriggling. It's like you're having a seizure almost. It's like you're doing the worm on the floor, and the dance move, the worm with your whole body, but very like small micro movements that are super fast. I hate it. You ever, those door stoppers that are like springs, and you like flick them? It's like that. It sucks. And then you go full on. Like, it just gets more intense. And at that point, I just like opt out. Like, Actually, at the first sign of it, I opt out and it usually just stops. I wake up. I snap out of it somehow. But there have been times where I wasn't able to, or I just like let it happen and it gets worse and it goes into sleep paralysis. Let me see. Do you have to get through sleep paralysis to lucid dream? It says sleep paralysis isn't required to lucid dream, and the vast majority of people never experience it. Curious, where do you first hear this? Yeah, a lot of places. They post a lot of sleep paralysis videos. So, when you've heard about lucid dreaming, and what? I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I feel like the two are so closely intertwined. They're they're the two sides to the same coin. That's how I see it personally. Just from my own actual experience with it. Because there's only been a couple of times where I've been able to break through that threshold of sleep paralysis, and then it goes into a lucid dream. From sleep paralysis, it's easy to project into a lucid dream, but this type of dream is unique in that it's highly vivid, and the dream environment starts in a dream version of my room with noticeable differences. If you are experiencing false awakening, this is the same thing, but without you knowing you're dreaming. I've experienced false awakening. I've falsely awakened like 3 or 4 times in a dream, and it was a bad dream too. I hated it. I think by the 3rd or 4th dream, I felt so crazy that I was trapped that when I actually woke up, I actually like literally had to pinch myself and I don't know, just like check my phone and check the date and everything just to like make sense of what's up and what's down, what's real and what's not. It was intense. Oh, can you imagine? Oh my god, if you fall asleep and you fucking get stuck in a time loop like that, where you just wake up over and over again. You wake up, you go to pee, you wake up again, you brush your teeth, you wake up again, you eat breakfast, you wake up again, you fat, you wake up again, you fat, you wake up again, too fat. Unlimited fapping. Oh my god. That's like the ultimate snooze button right there. It's like Groundhog Day once experience. Have you guys ever had an out of body experience? I I feel like I have. I want to say yes, I have. Where I was like in the other room that I could hear people and conversations and see it that took place around me. I've had I've had experiences floating out and out and up above my body and through the ceiling and into the sky and flying around and stuff. And I've also had experiences um, seeing things with like a third eye that I wasn't even aware of. Welcome back, Burrow. Now I know this may make me this all may make me sound like a crazy bitch. I know how it sounds. But I don't know, there's some times where um like when I was like meditating, like I was just like it wasn't like the first time, right? It was just like I want to say it was like the first one of no, the period in which I recently started meditating. And I don't go hardcore for it. I mean, I've done anywhere from like a 5 minute thing, 10 minute, and I think the longest I've ever done is like maybe like half an hour, not even. 15 minutes. I don't think, to meditate, you don't need to set an hour of your time apart just to like do it. So, like, I'll literally be in my car or obviously not driving, right? I'd be parked in the parking lot before work, and it's helped a lot. And, um, like, here in my computer chair, or even just like laying down in bed, it's helped me a lot with falling asleep just to like clear my mind instead of keep on thinking and having insomnia. I don't go, oh, I don't do that. I don't do, oh, no. You just, you just focus on your breathing. That's it. It's so easy. It's so easy to do. You close your eyes, you focus on your breathing, you breathe from your diaphragm in through your nose, out through your mouth, right? Hold it in, and then deep breath, and then slow release. And as you do that, you pay attention to your body and you focus on a certain part of your body. Um, so just think of like your stomach muscles. You don't breathe in and out with your chest. You breathe in out. You know how, Japanese men like think of like the samurai people or like the sushi chefs? They have a very deep and robust voice. Think of like JoJo. They all have like a very deep voice. It's girthy, right? It's because they're speaking from their diaphragm. And it's something you learn as a musician. Like if you play any brass or like wind instruments, if you play in the band like symphony, you have to have proper, sitting posture. You don't sit up against the back of your chair. You sit at the you have to sit at like the end of your chair, like at the tip. That's where you usually sit, and you support yourself and you straighten your back and your shoulders are back, right? Your chest is out, but you're not breathing from your chest, you're breathing from your belly, your diaphragm. Think of Gragas in League. He probably breathes with his diaphragm. So, because when you breathe with your diaphragm, your chest doesn't really expand as much. It's your stomach that does. It's your abdomen that expands. So you do focus breathing, slow, in and out, and you focus on your body on a certain point, And so for me, I usually like to start with my face. It's sort of like my head and my face, because usually my face is like pretty tense, I guess. And it's like when you close your eyes, you're just breathing, you're focused, you just like in, out, just deep breaths. And then you start to feel yourself relax more. And you can literally feel like your muscles in your face just like relax and loosen up. Especially like your temples and stuff. And you'll know it, and you'll just feel it. And you're like, dang, what the heck? You guys ever had that experience where you just relax and then you're like, wow, your whole baseline the whole day was just like tense? Like your ears are almost like pulled back in a way, but then they kind of like lower. I don't know how to say it. It's just because the muscles around your skull are like tightened and stressed out. So you do that, and then I like to focus on like different parts of my body. Yeah, I like the feeling, but in a way, it almost feels like unnatural. Like it feels like the natural state wants to be more tensed. In in a way, it's weird, but it feels like it's kind of hard to let go of that. But it also feels good. And then I focus on like just anything. So like I don't know, like your feet. Crizzle knows what I mean. He gets this part. Focus on how your feet feel. Or if your hands, just any, I don't know. Just the different muscles in your body and stuff. And you can actually really feel it relax. It's actually like really good. We should try it together. We should do a group meditation sometime. I'll slap a video on. We can do that. And usually what I do is when I'm just like trying to clear my mind, if there's something that I have to think about, it's literally just, I don't know, like the sky or the ocean in the sky. Like, as you know, my point of view is just kind of like standing on an empty beach on some kind of like, tropical island, electric blue water, as your skies, you know, giant tropical cumulus clouds, or no clouds at all, maybe, and just like gentle ebb and flow of the water, nothing too intense with the waves, just, just like peaceful, serene. And I just like visualize that. That's at most raw visualize. If it's not that, then usually it's just nothing. It's just like black. Or it could be like black and like stars, like space, but nothing in particular. I think the goal is to really just give yourself like 5-10 minutes a day to just not think. Easier said than done for some. Maybe some, it's the natural state of things, right? Don't think. Easy, I got that. But we're so bombarded. I mean, what's the first thing most of us do when we wake up? We probably check our phones. And so from, no, not even the minute, but literal seconds from when we wake up, we're bombarded with so much information and input, stimulus. Our fucking microwaves and toasters, refrigerators have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on it now. You know? Oh, really? Yeah, I usually like check Reddit with the first few posts and to see if, like, we've been nuked or if someone's been nuked. But I've long stopped that. Like, I gave up on it. 'Cause I'm like, I'm sure I'll eventually find out some way or another throughout the day. I don't need to, like, wake up and check. Dang, you guys. Anyone in particular? Don't answer that. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. You know, I didn't do this fucking therapy again. I can't. I can't. I'm embarrassed to say, but it's like it's hard. It's too early for me. I hate it. And I don't look forward to it. I feel so lame because I feel like I get so derailed now and stuff, and then it makes me worried. Like, how can I even hold down like a 9 to 5, you know? I know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All I know is like last night, I laid down and I was like, well, I didn't journal anything this week and I didn't journal anything tonight. What am I gonna talk about? Then I got nervous because I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about at my appointment. I have nothing ready. I have nothing prepared. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. So I got nervous and then I started to think and I started to overthink because then all of a sudden I remembered about, oh yeah, the kidney stuff and oh yeah, my cousin telling me to get rid of Kiba and Gizmo. And then I started to spiral. After that, I got a lot of anxiety and, you know, one thing leads to another and it's just a chain reaction. And then oh my God, what did I picked up my phone and then I started Googling. Let me see if I even have the tab still open. Oh, no, I remember what it was that I started Googling. It was about neuropathy and if it could be um reversed. And largely the answer is no. But there's a lot of research and studies and people saying yes or can be like slowed down or stopped. So I kept on Googling and going up and down between hope and despair and worrying. And then I got sidetracked because neuropathy turned into retinopathy because some other fuck was like, well, I have retinopathy. And I was like, oh my God, the eyes too, your eyes? Fuck, Jesus Christ. And then it even went a step further because then at the end of the thread, there was other threads like recommended. And there was people in the type 1 threads bitching and complaining and having topics like anyone else feel anyone else feel like the country doesn't even care about us because of like how insurance treats us and, with our medicine and blah blah. And then so I started to browse that and I got really sad. So I couldn't sleep until like 6 or 7. And then I had my alarm set for 8:30. I had my phone alarm and my alarm and my watch alarm. And I slept through all of it, the sounds and vibrations. Oh, and a phone call too, because she called. Yep. So I woke up feeling pretty lousy about all of that and dreading like having to like call or email her and face her about it. And then I realized I didn't have time to stress about that. I'll deal with it later, maybe tomorrow. And then I just got on all the medical stuff, phone calls, but at least I went to the pharmacy, right? And I got my medicines and I went to urgent care and I got my x-ray paperwork. So I gotta call tomorrow and, dude, the freaking medical assistant, nurse person or whatever was really rude. They were like, oh, we don't have imaging here in this building, right? And I'm like, okay. And then he was like, oh, and so, like if the doctor decides to give you a referral, you gotta like call because I don't think it's walk-in or I don't know, you have to check, but because they do like scheduling now. And so that might take a while to even get an appointment because they're so busy. It could take like up to a week. And then even after that, it could take up to another week or two to like get your results. As if he was like trying to talk me down from having my appointment or something. As if I was gonna say, oh, you're right. Never mind. Let me just leave now. Like I'm already there. I'm in the room waiting for the doctor to come in. And I don't know, that it was just weird. Like, yeah, I know it's gonna take time. It's not gonna be instant, but I don't care. Like, isn't it better to just fucking have it than not? I could easily be like, no, because then I don't have to worry about it tomorrow and go. But, yeah, it was weird. I mean, I started asking them questions because they wanted to like talk to me like they were the doctors, so I started asking them medical questions about it, and then eventually they were like, "Oh, well, no, I can't because I'm not a doctor." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And then they left. How to tell assistants to fuck off without telling them to fuck off. You know what I mean? Put them in their place. I know the game. So, yeah, part of me is like, by the time anything happens with it, or, but the thing is, we don't know. And even the doctor is like, it could be in like my spleen too, or instead of the ribs. I mean, last I checked, I don't think spleens go cracked. I, do spleens have bones? I'm not a doctor, guys. I don't know if spleens have bones that crack. But it's covered, it's free. I'm not paying out of pocket. If I was paying out of pocket, maybe that's another thing. But it's like, I took the initiative to finally go. And I told the doctor that I would have come sooner, but it hurt too much to do all that. Even today, moving around between just a couple places, getting in and out of the car hit like hell. And it was taxing. I felt pretty tired. I was exhausted. So the biggest pain I have now is not getting up and sitting down and stuff or walking around. It's when I lay down at night to sleep. That's the biggest pain. That's like straight up knives in the back. It hurts. And it kind of scares me. It makes me feel or think like, what is this now? Like spinal issue? The heck? I see. Yeah. So honestly, we'll do the x-ray. We'll wait for the results. And if there's something there, at least I know. And if there's nothing there and I want to do an ultrasound, then I'll do an ultrasound. Whatever, you know? Yeah, Barrett, it's hard. And so it sucks because and I told my therapist, I tell you guys, I feel guilty, like I said, not having the fucking 9 to 5s. But where I'm at right now, it often feels like it can be like a full-time thing some days. Like I can't imagine dealing with all of it on top of a full-time 40-hour week job. God forbid they force overtime on me, which is like, yay, money, but oh my God. A 16-hour workday? Not fun. Especially when you're on your feet. My insulin pump, my new insulin pump comes tomorrow. Yippee! I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'd love to turn around and hawk it on the black market though. Just so scratch the serial number off. It's like what, easy 6 or 8 grand right there? No, but usually what they want you to do is return the old one, or they bill you for the old one. But I'm probably just gonna return the new one. Yeah, so I still have to deal with that stuff tomorrow too. Yeah, well, thank you, a second Crizzle and Crizzle the third. Thank you guys. And then do you see I dox myself? Cause Panda was a creep, and I ID'd my car. Oof, found out that I drove a Tesla. A Tesla Ultima. You what? What are you more concerned about, Bear? That I drive a Tesla? Or that I dox myself? He's like, you what? You're secretly rich enough to drive a Tesla? Alright? He got offended. He was mad. Oh, the doxing. Yeah, I was dumb. 'Cause I took a picture of the paperwork in the car about bruised ribs. They gave me like bruised rib and musculoskeletal chest pain and broken ribs. And how to take care of myself, and it was pretty much word for word everything you guys told me, and even you, Ba, with like the ice and ibuprofen. So, and then I took a picture in the car, and then Panda was like, "Do you drive a Nissan Altima? That's the same car that I have. Your dashboard looks like mine." And then others also noticed that, "Hey, we need to fill up your tank. You're on empty." And I was like, "I know. I'm running on empty." So yeah. Oh, I can. I can. But what do you want to know about them? No, Vera, but I can. Honestly, I know. I I've kind of fell off track with a lot of things. You know? I know. I did check the Patreon. Am I like transferred it? But not the other stuff. I will though, 'cause I should do that. What games are trending? What new games are trending on Twitch right now? Call them out. Helldivers 2. What do you mean baseline? Oh, like calculation, right? Like a monthly thing, I think. In Poppy Playtime, I saw some clips of it. Looks too scary to play. It looks fun. I'll watch someone else play it, but I would play it, but I think, my heart. That's the only thing. It's not 'cause I'm a pussy, but it's 'cause my heart. That's all. No, that's smart. I need to do that. You know, that was actually one of the first things that I was going to do with, you know who? Cause it was like, I feel like they didn't even consider that, like, at all. And I didn't want to make it awkward or anything by, like, stopping everything and doing it there at the time. I was just like, I literally said, I know, it's okay. I know you'll do the right thing. You know, we can always talk about it later. That's what I said. Define later. Because I was like, we really have to break down the actual, like, true monthly expenses and not just what you thought it was. Like a magic number guess. Because it was way off. I know. You're right. Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah. I think the video tonight, though, was really cool. It was creepy-ish, though, you know? How did you hear about this? This has been a big topic today. Yeah, and save Miji Sanji. Well, I don't mean it like that. Hold on. Don't take my shit out of context and turn that into a soundbite. I mean, save the the employees, the VTubers, the talents of Neji Sanji. I'm sorry. That's the clarification I meant. Not the fucking company. Neji Sanji, not the CEO. None of that. No. No, last week's one was really good. You guys hear about this? There's text to video. AI generation now. So you can just type a prompt. My pet peeve, though, is like when I look for anime wallpapers, there's a lot of AI anime art being snuck in. Not even snuck in, it's just like there, plastered all over. And I feel like it's definitely lowered the bar. And while some of the AI art is cool, it just has a depressing feeling for me. Like the overall effect of it. Empty. Yeah, it's hard to find those. A lot of YouTubers now are gonna use a lot of this stuff from stock footage for sure. Even I wondered with Y-Files, I was looking at some of the stock footage, and some of it looked like it was like AI pictures and stuff. And then there's like clever video editing to add like graininess and effects to the images, like cinematic effects. But I was also like, we did that to cover that up and make it more obscure. I see you, editing. I see you. Using AI art to do your imagery for your video. So yes, I've been meaning like, oh yeah, it is foobar for sure. Let's check this one out though. 12 minutes long. I do want to see. And he's a pretty good authority on the subject, I think, so we can trust it.
Alright, so this is simultaneously really impressive and really frightening at the same time, and it's hitting me in ways that I didn't really expect. So do you remember Will Smith eating spaghetti? Do you remember when this was what AI-generated videos look like? Remember when we said, okay, this AI stuff is cool and all, but clearly there's a long way to go before there's any need for concern. Well, welcome to the future, people, because this is also an AI-generated video. And so is this, completely synthesized out of thin air by computers. This one too. This is not real. Absolutely ridiculous how far we've come in literally 1 year. This does feel like another ChatGPT, DALL-E moment for AI, and maybe I'm overreacting because, okay, I'm a video creator, so an AI that's actually doing my job, maybe that feels a little more threatening, so I'm particularly impressed by it, but also this stuff is really good. So today, Sam Altman and OpenAI announced a new model called Sora, and it can generate full up to 1 minute video clips from just text input. So the same way DALL-E was able to understand our text input and turn it into a photorealistic or stylized image or whatever you want, same thing with Sora, but now since it's videos, it also needs to understand how all these things like reflections and textures and materials and physics all interact with each other over time to make a reasonable looking video. And of course, right away, there's a bunch of examples on their website that are crazy. Now, before I show you these, I just need you to keep this in mind. You're about to watch a bunch of AI generated videos, and you know that you're about to watch a bunch of AI generated content. So your brain, you're already looking for this stuff, and it's not perfect. You will find imperfections, but not everybody who sees AI generated content on the internet knows to be looking for that. So also keep that in mind. This is also the worst that this technology is going to be from here on out. So okay, here's one of the videos. There's no audio to any of these clips, but the prompt for this one is: a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm, glowing neon and animated city signage. She wears a black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots. This video is already miles ahead of where we were. It has accurate lighting, it has materials, it has skin tones, movements, it even has reflections all over the place. Now, of course, if you look at it for more than about 10 seconds very closely, there are lots of giveaways. Like this dude in the background kind of looks like he's gliding in a weird way. The frame rates and the reflections in the water are for some reason lower than the rest of the video. The camera movement overall is just a bit inconsistent, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of feels a little bit off. But then again, this is where we were 1 year ago. So just keep that in the back of your head for all this. Okay, how about this one? This is another one which has a long prompt about a camera following behind a white vintage SUV with a black roof rack as it speeds up a steep dirt road. This is also, again, really good. It kind of looks a little more video gamey because of how rock solid the drone footage is, but clearly very usable. Here's another one. A litter of golden retriever puppies playing in the snow. Their heads pop in and out of the snow, covered in it. It's so good. It feels like the physics of the fur and the ears and everything with the snow flying around in slow motion is incredible. I've looked through all of the sample videos on OpenAI's website, and clearly these are the hand-picked best ones that they chose to share, where they just put in some text and then get a video and don't modify it. But there's really impressive stuff in there. Some of it has humans, some of it doesn't. Some of it is more realistic feeling, like the truck driving one, but some of them are more video gamey or more stylized. A lot of it is slow motion. I just have to say, how insanely fast these models are improving is genuinely, like, that's the shocking part. Like, I remember not even that many months ago, DALL-E 3, really, really high end, and you could always still find something off about it. Like, especially if you ask it for something like a photorealistic image of a human, something about like the hands or the ears would always just be a little bit off. Never mind the physics. But even this video here is crazy at first glance. The prompt for this AI-generated video is a young man in his 20s is sitting on a piece of a cloud in the sky reading a book. This one feels like 90% of the way there for me. Like, it's beyond the uncanny valley of like Apple's personas, which are actually based on humans. This is a made-up person. I mean, his eyes are kind of weird, and the motion of the pages in the book are kind of odd. And yeah, obviously he's in a cloud, and that's a giveaway, but like the lighting and the shadows and the skin tones, and then all the realism of the textures on the shirt and the way the shirt and the pants move and the hair, they're all really impressive. And then for this one, they typed in a movie trailer featuring the adventurers of the 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film. And the close-ups of his face, the fabrics on the helmet, the film grain through every shot, and the cinematic style, this is one of the most convincing AI-generated videos I've ever seen. Minus maybe the weird physics of that dude walking kind of in fast motion. So Sam Altman, if you follow him on Twitter, he's going...
Think of all the UFO videos and like paranormal videos now. Oh my gosh, so easy to fake now.
Through a whole bunch more of like people's requests and posting a bunch more generated videos. And so if you want to check out his profile, you can see those. But here's the thing about these AI generated videos now, as good as they've gotten to this point. They can and will pass as real videos to people who are not looking for AI generated videos. Now that is obviously insanely sketchy during an election year in the US and also terrifying for a bunch of other internet related reasons, but it's also perfect for stock footage. Like, there are already all kinds of presentations and advertisements and then PowerPoints that are in need of oddly specific stock videos, and these AI generated videos are already good enough to 100% pass for that purpose. Like, look at this one with the waves at Big Sur, this drone shot. Honestly, if I saw this on Twitter, I wouldn't even think twice. I'd be like, oh, nice drone shot, dude. Wouldn't even think about AI if I wasn't pixel peeping at like the way the water was moving. Like, this is a totally usable video in an ad for some California-based product. And that has all sorts of implications for the drone pilot that no longer needs to be hired, for all the photographers and videographers whose footage no longer needs to be licensed to show up in that ad that's being made. It's already that good. There's other stuff like this wall of TVs, which would be a totally expensive and difficult thing to shoot with a camera and all of these old expensive props. But if you can just generate it this well with reflections and the environment and everything else around it, I mean, why do it any other way? It's also very capable of historical themed footage. So this is supposed to be California during the gold rush. It's AI generated, but it could totally pass for the opening scene in an old Western with the right music over it. How long until an entire ad, every single shot is completely generated with AI? Or what about an entire YouTube video? Or an entire movie? I'm tempted to say like we're a long way away from that because, you know, this still has flaws clearly and there's no sound and there's a long way to go with the prompt engineering to iron these things out. But then again, the spaghetti was like a year ago. Now, actually, like that OpenAI on their website, they show some of the downfalls too of this particular model. And because who would know better than the people who have been using it? This is a very private tool, by the way, right now. It's in super limited access, so it's in the hands of red teamers, which basically means people testing it, pushing the limits, trying to break it, and a few trusted creators. But they have found plenty of weird edge stuff. Like this clip here of a bunch of gray wolf pups. Looks normal at first, but then it's pretty clear that something's kind of off with the way they're just kind of appearing out of nowhere and walking through each other. That's kind of weird. Or this clip of a guy running on a treadmill, which, I mean, I don't really have to say much more about why this one's weird, but this is my favorite one. Again, just try to put yourself in the mind of someone who's not expecting AI. You're just scrolling through Facebook or Twitter or something, right? So you just see this video. So first, I just want you to watch this clip as if it's just a stock video you found of a grandma celebrating her birthday, and just try to think like, I wonder what birthday she's celebrating, right? I don't know. How old do you think she is? 60, 65? Maybe it's the big 7-0. She seems to really like that cake. Now, did you see it? Did you catch that? I'm gonna play it again, but this time watch the video knowing that AI generated photos and videos have trouble accurately doing hands. I'll play it again. And now it feels super obvious. Like every time you watch it, watch a different set of hands. It gets weirder and weirder. You can watch it like 5 times and there's dead giveaway after dead giveaway. Not even mentioning the weird inconsistencies with the direction of the wind on the candles. But even as I'm saying all that, even as it's coming out of my mouth, I can't help but remember that 12 months ago we were critiquing this. So what does this all mean? Well, I mean, there's what it means now, and there's what it means for the future. Now, Sora, this thing that they've made, is clearly a really impressive video generation AI tool that is both going to fool people and also be very useful. There's also a watermark in the bottom corner of every video generated by it. So if you see one of those videos and ideally it hasn't been cropped out, then that's at least a pretty clear indicator that it's AI generated. It's a Sora video. But I do think they're gonna have to be very careful with this. They're gonna have a whole bunch of safety stuff to keep in mind. I think they'll probably have to be even more safe than DALL-E. Like, you shouldn't be able to generate people's likenesses. Like, you shouldn't be able to make a politician look like they're doing something on video, especially this year. You probably won't be able to make Will Smith eating spaghetti. But it also definitely means stock video generation is absolutely going to take a dent out of video licensing. Like, I can basically guarantee that. Like, logistically, why would anyone making something pay for footage of a house in the cliffs when they can generate one for free or for a small subscription price? Like, that is the real scary part of what this tool implies. But in the future, it gets pretty existential, man. I mean, okay, if this is trained on all videos that have ever been made by humans, then surely it can't be innovative or creative in ways that humans haven't already been, right? I don't know. Either way, I'll have all the links below for all the Sora stuff, for OpenAI stuff, and I guess I'll talk to you next year when we look back and go, remember that first version of Sora and how bad those wolf pups looked when they spawned out of nowhere? Just remember, this is the worst that this technology is going to be from here on out. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
We've been seeing ads for this thing for years, and you guys have even suggested making a video about it twice. But come on, look at it. In a world where a top-of-the-line GPU costs a couple of $1,000s, who in their right mind is spending double that amount on the chair you sit in while you use it? Oh wait, I know. It's us! It's literally our job to buy outlandish stuff like this and show you guys what it's all about. So, with a little help from our sponsor, EpoMaker, a team of gamers, engineers, and designers who are dedicated to bringing high-quality, customizable mechanical keyboards.
Didn't he have controversy too? Right, there was like a woman who was like tweeting about it. And apparently he's like, right, I don't know. Who knows? Let's just look at the chair.
Get the insurance if I die in this thing?
That would be active scorpion. I don't know if that counts.
You ready? Oh, there's the other arm. Now that's funny. The RGB remote is just one of those wireless RGB remotes, but just embedded in the side of it. There we go. All right. Being able to adjust this forward and back would be good. Oh, no way. No, it does move. Oh, look at, oh, wow, look at that. It has all the adjustment. Since we're talking about this arm, I want to look at the RGB control. This is flipping cool. You just touch anywhere on the wheel, and then it's that color. We went with the 3 monitor mount. We've got 3 of these Gigabyte M27U gaming monitors. They'll do up to 160 hertz. When I move the mouse and type on the keyboard, there's a little bit of wiggle wobble. Now we got this working. Holy crap. I think the best thing I can say about the chair right now is I kind of forgot I was sitting in it. And I really do mean that in a good way. The worst chair is the one that you think about while you're inside it. Jordan.
What's up?
Remember how we adjusted the angle of this display just right? Well, now it's pointed up this way.
Oh.
So the fact that I have no on-the-fly adjustment means that unless I had a 4th motor right here in this one, which we checked, we don't, I have no way of adjusting this angle after the fact. Well, my keyboard and mouse, oh no, okay, it comes in a little bit. The angle's a little funky. The benefit of that is that it doesn't tip towards you like on some of these that I've seen in the past. The disadvantage is that your arms are like this. Is widescreen gaming forum still a thing? I gotta give some credit to the RT100 here. Sponsored or not, it's a little narrower. Okay. Whee! If I want to just hold a controller here to get this completely out of the way, it ends up going over my legs like that. And then now it's so far away that if I do need it for something to navigate a menu or because I get an email, I gotta drag it way back over here. In fairness to Kluvens, I haven't seen good solutions to most of these problems. So buying them and finding ways to work.
But would you buy it?
Well, how much does just the chair cost? I don't need the whole setup.
The chair is $28.99 US plus shipping.
I think that's totally reasonable. I would enjoy movies in this, I think.
And would you replace your workstation?
Oh yeah, easily. Oh, are you kidding me? Is that an actual option?
We get to keep it.
Yeah. Okay, that's not. Oh, like cut my Achilles tendon.
Yeah, we're gaming now. It feels a little cramped, to be honest. I feel like it's a little tilted.
Crooked.
Yeah, it's a little crooked. Yeah, I have the go buttons all the way. This is not the chair's fault. The chair is actually pretty comfortable. You really want to recline it, or else your wrists kind of feel like they're getting a little cramped.
We're playing or gaming all night, it's going to be pretty difficult. Even my field of view can't even go from edge to edge, so I feel like I'm not getting the most advantage out of it. But super comfortable, to be honest with you. I really like it. Could you imagine if I brought this home to my wife? She would be so upset. If I didn't care about budget and had the space for it, for sure, I'd probably rock it. Would I buy it? Sure, yeah, I'd do it.
And would you use it as your workstation here?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah.
This is unexpected. We have not 1, but 2 members of the team who would like to daily drive the Scorpion. And the only fair way to settle this, I think, is
RPS.
rock, paper, scissors. Best 2 out of 3. Okay, ready and go.
I thought you were doing rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you want me to do the whole? You want me to do all the work for you? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, 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 shoot. Someone says shoot. Oh, we got 1 win. 1.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
Oh, it's 1-1. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. There it is.
Okay.
Now we have to haul it upstairs.
That's his problem, not ours.
Oh, good.
What?
No, we can get him some help. We'll get him some help. Elijah, we'll get you help. All right.
I always need help. Are you serious? I actually have to.
Well, yeah, you said you wanted it.
I thought it was more of just like a theoretical, but I'm still down.
Okay, maybe we'll do a float plane exclusive with Elijah's long-term impressions actually living with this thing day to day.
Oh, that's, yeah, I'm actually really excited.
Would you guys use it? I feel like it's neat, but I don't think it's that practical. Where does your food go? Where do you put your food? Yeah, see, absolutely not. Even if it was like free or cheap. Right. It looked uncomfortable to tap in. It's like claustrophobic. Wally is a blueprint. Like 1984. Alright. But oh, oops. Who has the thing? No, today is Thursday. Okay. Hey, can someone check on Steve? I haven't seen him in a while. Even make sure he's okay and that he's good. Steve. I need to probably tell him why I have so many, like everyone's not on my friends list. So he doesn't just think it's him. 'Cause maybe that's why it's about coming around. Is oh, what the hell? Got mad. He got angry. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, they have a new one? It's a new game or it's the old game? What is this? Survivor. Oh, it's a roguelike. A top-down shooter. Yeah, just check on him. Just saying, hey, we miss you. Ari is wondering if you're good. And be like, Ari doesn't hate you. This happened or something's happened and, at least he knows. That's all. Thank you, Bera. Yeah, I'm browsing Steam now. Helldivers 2. Let me see. Oh, it's PlayStation Studios. But it's not a PlayStation exclusive? That's kind of strange. So, I do? But I don't have one. Never mind, I guess I'm not getting it then. I don't have one. I closed Steam. I was gonna get it and stream it right now. But good night, guys. Good night. That's end of stream. Thank you for coming today. Bye bye. Bye bye.